everyone and welcome back to Study Room. Before starting the lecture, I would like to say, don't let the numbers bother you because mathematics is all about playing with numbers. So in today's lecture, I'll be teaching you a new chapter of mathematics, that is exponents and power. This is quite an interesting topic of mathematics, and the basic concepts of exponents and power will be used in solving several numerical problems of other chapters of mathematics as well. So it is a very important chapter, and the concepts of exponents are also important and will be applicable in other chapters of mathematics as well. So let's get into the video and learn what is exponents and power. The first thing that I'll be teaching you is power. So what is the power of a number? We have observed many a times that somewhere we find 2 to the power of 3. So what does this power indicate? This power basically indicates the number of times a number must be multiplied to itself in order to get the result. For example, if we have a to the power b, so b indicates the number of times a must be multiplied with itself in order to get the result. So over here, a is known as the base and it is raised to the power of b. So b is the power and it is also known as exponents. Now observe the example given over here. The example is 10 to the power of 24. So what happens is that, just a minute. So in this example 10 to the power 24, 10 indicates the base, and what is 24? 24 is the power of 10. So 24 is known as exponent and 10 is known as base. So this basically indicates that 10 needs to be multiplied with itself 24 times. Now I'll be discussing powers of negative exponents. What happens if we take a non-negative integer, that is a, let's say, and a is raised to the power of minus m. This is a negative integer, minus of m. So a to the power minus m is equal to 1 by a to the power of m. So this is the general way of representing a non-negative integer with a negative exponent. For example, if we have 2 to the power of minus of 4. So 2 is a non-negative integer. Minus 4, this is the exponent, but the exponent is negative. So this can be written as 1 by 2 to the power of 4. So this was the basic representation of an exponent that is negative. Now, if m is a positive integer, a to the power of m is a to the power minus m is the multiplicative inverse of a to the power m. How can we say? Let me show you. I have a, that is an integer, a non-negative integer, and we have the power of a as minus m. Now a to the power minus m when multiplied with a to the power m. So we have studied that a to the power minus m is nothing but 1 by a to the power of m. When it is multiplied with a to the power m, so this gets cancelled off and ultimately we are left with 1. So we know that multiplicative inverse of a number when multiplied with that number gives 1. So from here we can conclude that a to the power minus m is actually the multiplicative inverse of a to the power of m. Now let us deal with some of the examples. So if we have 10 square, this 2 represents the exponent, that is the number of times 10 needs to be multiplied with itself. So it is 2. So 10 will be multiplied with itself 2 times. So 10 square means 10 multiplied with 10, that gives us 100. Next up we have 10 to the power of 1, that means 10 will be multiplied with itself just single time. So that will be only 10, and it can also be written as 100 by 10. Now 10 to the power of 0. We know this is a rule of exponent that anything to the power of 0 gives us 1. So 10 to the power 0 is 1. And then if we have 10 to the power minus 1, I told you that a to the power of minus m can be written as 1 by a to the power of m. Similar way, 10 to the power minus 1 will be written as 1 by 10. This minus sign will become positive. So there is a conclusion over here, that when what is happening over here is the exponent is decreasing by 1. First we had 10 square, then 10 to the power 1, then 10 to the power 0, followed by 10 to the power minus 1. So as the exponent decreases by 1, the value of the entire thing becomes 1/10 of the previous value. How can we say? Just observe, here we have 10 square, here we have 10 to the power 1. The answer of 10 square was 100 and 10 to the power 1 is 10. So what is happening is that the value is decreasing by, like the value is becoming 1/10 of the previous value. Let's take this one. The value is 10. So 10 is actually 1/10 of the previous value. Previous value was 100. So this is actually 100 by 10. It gets cancelled off to give us 10. So the answer for this is 10. So we are observing that whenever the exponent is decreasing by 1, the value is becoming 1/10 the value of the previous one. Let's take example over here. Like when we have 10 to the power minus 1, it is becoming 1/10 of the value of the previous one. The previous value was 1. So we are getting 1 by 10. So this is a common observation in case of exponents. Now let us take another example. So here we have 3 cube. That means 3 will be multiplied with itself 3 times. So we have 3 multiplied with 3 multiplied with 3. That gives us 27. Next up we have 3 square. That is 3 will be multiplied with itself 2 times. 3 multiplied with 3 gives us 9. Next we have 3 to the power 1. That means 3. And 3 to the power 0. Anything to the power 0 is 1. So we have 3 to the power 0 is 1. Now let us observe what is the relationship between these exponents. So in the previous one, what we observed, that whenever the exponent is decreasing by 1, the answer is becoming 1/10 of the previous exponent. Now what is happening over here? Let's observe. Here the answer is 27. When I am taking 1/3 of this value, that means 1/3 of 27, I am getting 3 1 times, 3 9 times. I am getting 9. And 9 is the answer for this second exponent. So we can say that whenever the value of exponent is decreasing by 1, it is becoming 1/3 of the value of the previous exponent. Similarly, in this case, if I take 1/3 of 9, I get 3. And 3 is the answer of the next exponent. So as the value of the exponent is decreasing by 1, the answer is becoming 1/3 of the previous exponent. Now we have an example over here where we have negative exponents. So 3 to the power minus 2. I taught you that a to the power of minus m can be written as 1 by a to the power of m. In the similar way, 3 to the power minus 2 can be written as 1 by 3 to the power of 2, which is also known as 3 square. So this will be equal to 1 by 3 multiplied with 3, which gives us 1 by 9. In similar way, 3 to the power minus 3 can be written as 1 by 3 cube, which is equal to 1 by 3 will be multiplied with itself 3 times. So 3 multiplied with 3 multiplied with 3, which gives us 1 by 27. Now observe over here. In this question, we have to find the multiplicative inverse of the following. For solving this question, I'll just give you a simple trick. If we have any number x, then the multiplicative inverse of this number x is nothing but the reciprocal of this number. That means the multiplicative inverse of x will be 1 by x. So remember this and then try solving these problems. So in the first problem, we have 2 to the power minus 4. I told you that the multiplicative inverse is the reciprocal of the given number. So 2 to the power minus 4, its reciprocal will be 1 by 2 to the power of minus 4. This will give us 2 to the power of 4. Because when the power is negative in the denominator and we take it to the numerator side, then the power will become positive. Similarly, in this question, we have 10 to the power minus 5. So its multiplicative inverse will be equal to the multiplicative inverse. Here also, the multiplicative inverse will be the reciprocal of this number. That is 1 by 10 to the power of minus 5, which gives us 10 to the power of 5. In this question, 7 to the power minus 2. Here the multiplicative inverse will again be the reciprocal of the given number, that is 1 by 7 to the power minus 2, which gives us 7 square. In this question, we have 5 to the power minus 3, so its multiplicative inverse will be the reciprocal, that is 1 by 5 to the power minus 3, which is equal to 5 to the power of 3. And here in the last question, that is 10 to the power minus 100, the multiplicative inverse will be equal to 1 by 10 to the power of minus 100, which is equal to 10 to the power of 100. Now let us check that is our answer correct or not, taking any one of the examples. So this is the multiplicative inverse of 2 to the power minus 4. We know that when a number is multiplied with its multiplicative inverse, it results in 1. So let's check it. So let us take the number that was given to us, that is 2 to the power minus 4, multiply it with the multiplicative inverse that we calculated, which is 2 to the power 4. Now I taught you that a to the power of minus m can be written as 1 by a to the power m. So it will be 1 by 2 to the power of 4 multiplied with 2 to the power 4, which cancels out and gives us 1. So the answer we calculated is correct. Now I will be teaching you expanding numbers using exponents. So the first example given to us over here is 1425. So 1425 can be written as 1000 plus 400 plus 20 plus 5. Again, this can further be expanded and written as 1000 plus 4 multiplied by 100 plus 2 multiplied with 10 plus 5 multiplied with 1. Now, this 1000 can be written as exponent form. How? 1000, 10 is multiplied 3 times with itself. So this 1000 can be written as 10 cube. Again, we have 4 multiplied with 100. In 100, 10 is multiplied 2 times. So 100 can also be written as 10 square. Again, we have plus 2 multiplied with 10. So this means that the power of 10 over here is 1 plus 5 multiplied with 1. Now this 1 can also be written as 10 to the power 0, because anything to the power 0 gives us 1. So this is the final exponential expansion of the number 1425. That is 10 cube plus 4 multiplied with 10 square plus 2 multiplied with 10 to the power 1 plus 5 multiplied with 10 to the power 0. Now we have another example, that is 1425.36. Let's expand it. So 1425.46 can be written as 1000 plus 400 plus 20 plus 5 plus 0.3 plus 0.06. Now this 1000 will be written as 1000 plus 400 can be written as 4 multiplied with 100. 20 can be written as 2 multiplied with 10. 5 can be written as 5 multiplied with 1. And the 0.3 can be written as 3 by 10. We remove this decimal point, so we have to give 10 in the denominator. Similar way, 0.06 can be written as 6 by 100, because we are removing this decimal place from 2 places, so we have to divide it with 100. Now, this 1000 can be written as 10 to the power of 3, because in 1000 we have 10 multiplied with 10 multiplied with 10, so it can be represented in exponential form as 10 cube. Again, we have plus 4 multiplied with 100. 100 can be written as 10 square. Now we have 20, here we had 20, so it will be 2 multiplied with 10. So it will be 2 multiplied with 10 to the power of 1. Plus, we have 5 multiplied with 1. This can be written as 5 multiplied with 10 to the power 0, because as I taught you in the previous question, anything to the power 0 gives us 1. So 5 multiplied with 1 can be written as 5 multiplied with 10 to the power 0. Now over here we have 3 by 10. This means 3 by 10 to the power of 1. And over here we have 6 by 100, which can be written as 6 by 100 can be written as 10 square. So the final answer will be 10 cube plus 4 multiplied with 10 square plus 2 multiplied with 10 to the power of 1 plus 5 multiplied with 10 to the power of 0 plus, now just focus over here, 1 by 10 to the power of 1. This can be written as, this can be taken in the numerator and be written as 10 to the power of minus 1, because when we had a to the power of minus m, we took it in the denominator and wrote 1 by a to the power m. So similarly, we are doing the reverse process. We are taking 10 to the power 1 from the denominator to the numerator. So this will give us 3 multiplied with 10 to the power of minus 1. In the similar way, we will take 10 to the power 2 in the numerator, and this will give us 6 multiplied with 10 to the power of minus 2. So this is our final answer of representing this given number in exponent form. Now let us try solving a similar problem. Over here we have 1025.63 and we have to expand it using exponents. So this first number, that is 1025.36, can be written as 1000 plus 0 multiplied with 100 plus 2 multiplied with 10, because we had 1025. So 1000 plus 0 multiplied with 100 plus 20. 20 can be written as 2 multiplied with 10, and then we have 5. 5 can be written as 5 multiplied with 1. Now we have 0.6. So this can be written as plus 0.6, and then we have 0.03. So plus 0.03. So this 1000 can be written as 1 multiplied with 1000. Again we will write down the same thing, that is 0 multiplied with 100 plus 2 multiplied with 10 plus 5 multiplied with 1 plus, now the 0.6 can be written as 6 by 10 and 0.03 can be written as 3 by 100. Now this 100 can be again written as 10 to the power of 2. So this 3 by 100 becomes 3 by 10 to the power 2. So our final answer will be, now this 1000 can be written as 10 cube, because in 1000 10 is multiplied 3 times. Then we have, so we have 1 multiplied with 1000 plus 0 multiplied with 100. 100 can be written as 10 square plus 2 multiplied with 10, that is 10 to the power of 1 plus 5 multiplied with 1. Now again 1 can be written as 10 to the power of 0, because anything to the power 0 gives us 1. Now we have 6 by 10. So this means 6 multiplied with, we'll take this 10 in the numerator side. So this will be 6 multiplied with 10 to the power minus 1 plus 3 divided by 10 square. So this 10 square will be taken in the numerator and it will be 3 multiplied with 10 to the power minus 2. So this is our final representation in exponent form. Now we have another problem with us, that is 1256.249, and this has to be represented in exponent form. So let's try doing it. 1256 can be written as 1000 plus, we can write it as 1 multiplied with 1000, and then we can write it plus 2 multiplied with 100 plus 5 multiplied with 10 plus 6 multiplied with 1. I am using this 1000, 100 and 10 by noticing the place values, like 6 is in the unit digit, so 6 is multiplied with 1, 5 is in the tens digit, so 5 multiplied by 10, in that way. And then we have the decimal points, like the numbers after the decimal point, that is 2, 4 and 9. So these can be written as plus, 2 can be written as 0.2, then 4 can be written as 0.04, and in place of this 9 we can represent it as 0.09. 0.009. Okay. Now over here what we have is 1 multiplied with 10 cube, because 1000 can be written as 10 cube. Similarly we have plus 2 multiplied with 100 can be written as 10 square plus 5 multiplied with 10 can be written as 10 to the power 1 plus 6 multiplied with, again we have 1. I told you that 1 can be written as 10 to the power 0, because anything to the power 0 gives us 1, plus this 0.2 can be written as 2 divided by 10, and then 0.04 can be written as 4 divided by 100, and 0.009 can be written as 9 divided by 1000, because we are shifting this decimal place 3 places, like 3 places towards the right hand side, so we are dividing the number by 1000. Now the answer will be 1 multiplied with 10 cube plus 2 multiplied with 10 square plus 5 multiplied with 10 to the power of 1 plus 6 multiplied with 10 to the power of 0 plus, now this 10 is in the denominator. When it will be taken in the numerator, then it will have a minus exponent. The exponent will take a negative sign. So this will be 2 multiplied with 10 to the power of minus 1. Now this 100 can be written as 10 square. So when we take 10 square in the numerator side, it will become 10 to the power minus 2. So we have 4 multiplied with 10 to the power of minus 2. Similarly, this 1000 can be written as 10 cube. When it is taken in the numerator side, then it will become 10 to the power minus 3. So we have plus 9 multiplied with 10 to the power of minus 3. So this is the final answer. Thank you so much for joining me on Study Room. We'll be meeting in the next video where I'll be teaching you about the various laws of exponents and its application using several numerical problems. So till then, take care.